Okay, I'm going to just push this stuff out of the side and get to a project. My daughter is coming to see me next weekend, and she's bringing her new baby, and his name is Tatum. And so to make sure that Tatum has good dreams, I'm going to put him a dream catcher together here. Now this is deer sinew. I have made these out of thread and twine and jute rope, but if I can, I prefer to make them authentically as possible. I like to use real feathers. I don't like to use that plastic stuff you get at Hobby Lobby, but I am probably going to touch it up with a little bit of color, you know, and I'll probably go to Hobby Lobby and get some of those feathers actually. But before I do that, I'll take a walk in the woods and see what kind of natural resources I can round up. Now y'all see this is probably, now I've used grapevine. This is just, I'm not even sure what kind of vine this is, but I got this a couple of months ago, and my dad was doing some trimming up in the backyard, and I found something that's flexible. You just crank it around and get to as near a circle as you can possibly get, and then tape it off or rope it off, tie it off, whatever you need to do, and then let it dry for a couple of weeks. And it'll pretty much stay in this position. Okay, we're breaking out with the SOG. This is a SOG Power Assist, my preferred multi-tool. Anyway, you got about 9 points of attachments on these on a dream catcher. How stable it actually is, because this has been drying for quite a while actually. If you guys hear the TV in the background, that's Fox News. I'm not at my crib, if you haven't gathered that already. I've told y'all I live in a little bitty apartment. I'm over at my folks' house. They live in the same town as I do, and they have a beautiful home, and I had full intentions on doing it on the back patio, but when I got over here this morning, the sun was just blaring in there. I don't know if y'all are hip to it, but man, Oklahoma is like in its second month of record heat. So I decided it would be better to just go ahead and do it inside. Roger? Okay, as you can see, I'm not holding that at all. Now that was a straight stick when I first got hold of it, and it was a little green, and I just kind of molded it around in a circle very slowly, so as not to break it. When I got it in a pretty complete form there, I taped it up and I just let it dry for a couple of weeks, and as you can see, it stayed that way. Painful encounter of ferocious glee. But I want you to know there's not a whole lot of Bigfoot material out there, and yes, it is about a Bigfoot. Well, I really shouldn't say that. It's about, if you read the description on the coming preview that I did, you'll see that it's from President Roosevelt's book, The Wilderness Hunter. It's a real life story of some trappers. Now this story was told to President Roosevelt by another frontiersman. And he apparently knew the surviving trapper. How do y'all feel about that? Tim Pawlenty is saying that he doesn't believe America's best days are behind us. And I try to be as optimistic as I can, but I'm a realist too, y'all. And you know I'm a survivalist. So, and I want everybody to know I'm not looking forward. I don't wish any harm on America. I love my country. I'm a patriot. But at the same time, I have to look at the direction it's going, and it doesn't look promising. And I do want them to look, I do like them to look authentic, but at the same time, I don't want it to look like it's manufactured. So, few strings hanging off ain't gonna hurt anything. And I'll tell you what, I also use super glue. Okay? Yeah, okay, I do. I use super glue. And that's just to make sure that what I've tied stays tied. Okay. Now, we're back at this point again. I want to move this a little this direction. Anyway, I don't want y'all to get your hopes up. I haven't actually decided on what kind of production values that Baneful Encounter is going to have. Like I said, my full intentions were just to narrate the story to you. But I got all crazy with the intro. It was just so fun to do. And I don't want to let anybody down, so I'm just telling y'all right up front, there's not a lot of genuine forest monster footage, Roger. I say Bigfoot because that's probably what they encountered, or some kind of creature like that. But the story is really interesting, and it's true, and it's really kind of scary, man. I hope I'm keeping this in frame. Anyway, I want everybody to know that how much I really do appreciate you subscribing, and I just love the fact that you like my videos. God bless every one of you. I think that's really cool that I have 250 subscribers, because I'd be happy with 10, 5. I make these videos because the creative process and all the editing and producing them really is like a hobby to me. I would make them if nobody watched them. But it's really just it's the icing on the cake that other people actually like to watch them, which is kind of amazing to me. I'm really happy about that. So I want you to know that I do appreciate you. And man, I hope I'm on my regular channel. I hope I'm not on some new YouTube channel where I got to start all over again. Yeah, my daughter's coming to see me. She's bringing her new baby, and I'm really looking forward to it. She doesn't live that far away, just a couple of hours, but we don't see each other very often. Well, not as much as I'd like to, anyway. I would just love if she lived in the area and I could teach her and my grandson about bushcraft. That would be really cool. But you know how girls are, and not all girls are into hanging out in the woods with their dad. Matter of fact, most of them would rather be at the mall with a cell phone in their ear. But things change, so you never can tell. She has expressed interest on going camping and things like that. So now that she was in California, but now that she's here in Oklahoma, maybe we can get some of that camping done. I really look forward to it. Last season was a real drag because this heat wave moved in, and I mean there was a burn ban on from like almost day one. And like I've told you, camping without a campfire, it's just not the same thing. Okay, what else is going on my channel? I've got a few video projects I have in mind, and it'll just be getting to them. You're not going to believe this, but some of y'all know that I'm a storm tracker and I work for emergency management. But my regular job, that's kind of seasonal, and we work any kind of an emergency. But my regular job is I hold down a desk at a haunted motel. Well, really isn't, all of it isn't haunted, but there is a room that's haunted there for old show. But that's what I do. I work a night job, and I do most of my video editing at night while I'm at work. I'm a lucky guy. So I get to do my hobby while I'm at work and get paid for it, which is really cool. It's also really conducive to me not wanting to get another job. But anyway, as time permits, I do have a couple of other video projects in mind. And when it cools down a little bit, I promise I'm going to be right back outdoors again. I bought a new hammock, a new camping hammock last year. Y'all saw it in Wolf at Duke's Forest. And man, I will never sleep in a tent again. Well, unless I have company. If I have company, I have that big Cougar Flats tent that I tried out. And let's see, where was I on that one? I was at Buzzard Roost on that one. Wolf at Buzzard Roost, check that one out. That's quite a long video. I think that was 3 days. But I had a few people come out and see me and had a good time, man. Campfire, good food. But I promise, as soon as it cools down, I will be out there again, making videos out in the woods. And I'm going to be doing some hammock camping this autumn. So y'all stick with me. Y'all see how that's coming out, right?